Welcome everyone to my class or rather lecture on the sun rising by John Donne, a famous 17th century text by famous 17th century poet John Donne. It is part of the syllabi of different UG and PG courses of different universities across Indian universities and across the world also. This text, Sun Rising, proves how unconventional, how untraditional John Donne is. This text shows and proves John Donne's way of thinking about love, about science, about metaphysics, and that's why John Donne is often called as metaphysical poet. But the term should not delude us, as metaphysical may not be an accurate term to describe him. In fact, John Donne is very interested in combining intellect and emotion. This is very unique in John Donne. Let's see how John Donne combines both his emotion and intellect regarding his expression of love, his assertion of love. The way he treats love is very unconventional to the time, to the previous era of Elizabethan sonnets, Petrarchan sonnets. Now, before I go into the textual analysis and the thematic analysis side by side, let's set our learning objectives clear. In this lecture, we'd learn John Donne as a poet, his personality. We'd learn about metaphysical poetry. We'll, of course, have a detailed analysis of the text, thematic understanding of the text, brief paraphrase and summary of the text, basic questions regarding the text, and of course further references for discussion, for further discussions through my email ID. Of course, you can refer your doubts and comments in the commentary section of the video link. Now let's straightforwardly go to the, rather in a straightforward way, go to the text itself. As you know, the text is called The Sun Rising. The Sun Rising may refer to actually the medieval tradition. This text refers to the medieval tradition of Ovid poetry. Now, what is Ovid poetry? Ovid poetry is kind of love song or love lyric where the lover invokes the morning atmosphere and rebukes the sun for disturbing the pleasure of the night. Now, in the same way, the same traditional way, John Donne uses that Ovid tradition as contrast to Saronic tradition, and to some extent it can also recall Ovid's text, Ovid's amorous. Now this theme, how it refers to Ovid's theme, we'll see that. Ovid's theme of love, assertion of immortality of love, defines towards time. How does he do that? At the very first stanza, John Donne addresses sun as a foolish person. Busy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us? John Donne is very colloquial in his text. In his very first stanzas, he asks the sun, why? You are foolish. Why are you doing this? You are calling on us. You are disturbing. As I said, this is exact reference to the Ovid tradition. So why are you disturbing us? We are sleeping. So the situation is that Donne and his beloved, they were lying on a bed, and through the curtain the sun disturbs them. The sunlight disturbs them. And he asks the sun, challenges the sun, must to the emotions love and citizens run? So why should you expect that we would be obedient to your motion, would not be obedient to your motion? Saucy, pedantic wretch. Donne casts him, the poet or the poetic person, as a lover, casts the sun as saucy, pedantic wretch. You are unruly, you are rough, you are disobedient, you are ironically also pedantic. Pedantic is someone who listens to the rules of time, very formal, but you are a wretch. Why? Because you are disturbing me. Go, shade led schoolboys and sour apprentices. Go to them, rebuke them, the lit schoolboys, the disgruntled apprentices. So they are the ones who listen to you. We are not going to listen to you. We are lovers. We are enjoying our beautiful time, pleasing time. Why should you disturb us in this morning by sending your sunlight, your rays to the windows? So this is actually a reference to the Ovid tradition. But how does Donne uses that tradition? This is very interesting. And we see that Donne is using colloquialism, is using direct reference, direct address to the sun, accusation, in fact very derogatory terms for the sun. Go, tell court huntsmen that the king will ride, call country ants to harvest offices. Love all alike, no season knows, nor clime, nor hours, days, months, which are the rags of time. So, go to them, go to the huntsmen, court huntsmen. Ask them that the king will go to the right. We know that during the early morning, the kings used to go for hunting. So, court huntsmen must accompany him. Go ask them that the king is ready for riding. Call country ants. These country ants refer to the tenants who must submit their due taxes in the harvest offices. So it is time for them to go to the harvest offices. Go, tell them. Why? Because we are lovers. We are not going to listen to you. We are lovers. And love, that is true love, if it is all alike means if it is similar in kind and degree, doesn't know any season, doesn't know any climate, doesn't recognize any season, doesn't recognize any climate, recognize any hour, days, months, because these are the rags of time. This is a very beautiful metaphor. Donne says that if love is true, if love is mutually reciprocally strong from both ends, Donne believed in reciprocity of love. Donne believed in mutual love, and love should be same from both ends. Donne doesn't believe in the Petrarchan tradition, one way of love. That's why Donne says that love must be all alike. All alike means similar from both ends, in degree, in kind. So that love is strong enough to defy time. To defy time. Why? Because season, climate, hours, days, months, these are the units of time. These are the parts and agents and manifestations of time. So what does he want to say? He wants to rebuke the sun, and also says that you actually control the time. Your movement controls the time, but we are not going to be controlled by you. So we are not going to be controlled by time. In fact, we challenge your time. We challenge your motion. Go back to the earlier line, must to thy motions lover sit and run. He challenges that concept. Now actually this challenge is also a popular sentiment created by the conflict between heliocentric universe and geocentric universe. It means that Copernicus, we know that Copernicus in 1540s, he proved that heliocentric system, he proved that Earth is not in the center. So he challenged the geocentricity and established heliocentricity. But we know that popular sentiment was against science. So Donne had an interest in science. So Donne, although he knew what is the science, what is the fact, but the popular sentiment is against that. That's why Donne utilizes that popular sentiment against the sun. Sun should not be in the center, although it has been scientifically proven by Copernicus. So Donne very shrewdly, cleverly utilizes the popular sentiment, the popular controversy about the heliocentric concept and the geocentric concept, and uses that controversy to assert his love. Now move on to the next section, that is the next stanza. In this section, we'll find is thy beams so reverent and strong, why shouldst thou keep? Again the challenge continues, the tone challenge. In fact, this tone will dominate this text. Why should you think that your beams, your sunbeams, that is sunbeams, are respected and strong? Don't think that. I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink. This is very fun. It could be a pun, of course. With a wink, I could eclipse the sunlight. Of course, we can do that by closing our eyes. But it could also mean that I could eclipse your bright sunbeams with the dazzling lights of my beloved, of my mistress. Whatever she is, whatever her identity is, but she's beautiful to me, she's bright to me, brighter than you, more dazzling than you. So don't think that you are bright, you are dazzling, your beams are respected, because she is the one that I care for, she's the one that I respect. But that I would not lose her sight so long. So again, of course, the wink refers to the closing of his own eyes. So if he closes his eyes, he had to sacrifice her sight. That is her mistress, his mistress, who is lying by his side on the bed. But he's not going to lose her sight for long, so long. This is very interesting. So long means just a wink, just for a moment. So even for a moment, I am not going to lose her sight. I would rather argue with you, I would challenge you, I would ask you to go away from here. If our eyes have not blinded thine, look and tomorrow and let tell me. Now, after challenging him, he orders the sun. Perhaps your eyes are blinded by her bright eyes. If it is not so, go, look and search, and tomorrow let come to me and tell me. What? Where are both the Indies of spice and mine? Both the Indies of spice and mine. We know that during that 16th and 17th century, West Indies is known for its gold mines, although India is also known for its gold mines. And India was East Indies, that is East Indies, was known for its spices, traditionally for its spices. So both the Indies, both the West Indies and the East Indies, who are known for its spice and mine, beware thou leftest them, or lie here with me. So again, Donne uses the geocentric concept. How? Donne assumes that the sun moves around the earth. So he orders the sun, go and have it round about the sun. Go around the sun and look for the spice in East Indies and mines or precious metals. Mines means, of course, the content for the container. So here mine refers to the content of the mine, that is precious metals. It could be gold or other precious metals. So look for them, and what you will find? You will find that yesterday night you have seen them there, but tomorrow you will definitely not find them there. Why? Donne is very confident that you will not find those spice and mines there, or gold, precious metals there. Why? He is convinced that these mines and precious things or spices are with me, are in my bed, in my bedroom. So this is very interesting. He says that ask for those kings. He orders the sun to inquire for the kings whom thou sawest yesterday. So it means that tomorrow you will not find these kings as you had already seen yesterday. You will not see them tomorrow. Why? Because those kings are with me. Thou shalt hear, and you shall get the answer from whomever you inquire. You will get the answer. What is the answer? All here in one bed lay. All the kings, all the precious things of the earth, of the east, of the west are with me, are in my bedroom. So what Donne actually wants to say is that all the precious things, all the beautiful things, all the powerful persons are in my bedroom. So go, you'll find them, that they are missing there. Why? Because they are with me. So this is how arrogant and confident, of course, foolish. And Donne uses the notion that love is blind. So perhaps the sun is not blind, he is blind, but his logic is different. His logic is that my love is so strong, is so precious, is so dazzling that it is should be more respected, more revered than what you consider. Now Copernicus may have proved that you are in the center of the universe. Copernicus may have proved that sun is in the center. Sun is the most important system, celestial system. But for me, my love is the most important thing. So the science doesn't matter here. So notice how Donne uses his interest in science, his interest in astrology, astronomy, and his interest in geography, his interest in colonial expansion, everything. He utilizes them for his confidence, for his assertion of love. This is very unique for a 17th century text, for a 17th century poem. That's why sun rising is very unique and typical of John Donne. Now move on to the next section, that is next stanza. Now in this section, that is in the final stanza, we come to the concept of, again, the heliocentric versus geocentric clash. And Donne goes on to, or the poetic persona goes on to assert that she is all states and all princes, I, nothing else is. So she is all the states, all the kingdoms, perhaps all the rulers. So I may be the rulers, she may be the states. Now, of course, it could be interpreted as a very obsessive sexual dominion, patriarchal dominion over the female body, over the female identity. But it could also be interpreted in different way, as that she is all the powerful persons and she is all the powerful things of the earth, or the precious things of God. And for me, nothing else exists in this world. So how blinded the lover becomes when it gets the confidence, it gets the strength from the love. That's what Donne wants to assert. That's what Donne wants to show and demonstrate in this text. Princes do but play us. Princes just imitate us. Compared to this power, glory, all honor is mimic. All the honor of the world is just mimic, just imitation. All wealth is just alchemy, just fake. All wealth is just false science like alchemy. Thou, sun, are half as happy as we. So of course, sun would be very unhappy after this dishonor, after this curse, after this accusation against an instruction, and the way Donne, or the poet, has treated the celestial object called sun, who is proven to be the center of the solar system. Now, what the lover says that no, you are not in the solar system. Science may have proven it, but for a lover, for me, you are where you should be. For me, my lady, my beloved, my beloved, my mistress is the most important thing, and our honor, our wealth is the important thing, most important thing. Nothing else is important for me as a lover. So you should be happy after this insult, after this dishonor. Of course, in that the world is contracted thus. Why? I have contracted the whole world. Why? How? Because all the wealth, all the precious things, all the precious persons, rulers, kings, princes, states are within my bedroom. So there exists nothing outside this room. So in a way, I can claim that the whole world has been contracted into my room. And this is better for you. Why? How it is better for you? Because you are old, you are a busy servant, your age, thine age, asks ease. thine age needs demands comfort. Since thy duties be to warm the world. Your duties is to warm the world. You know that you warm the world. You are subservient to the art, not only to the art, but also to me. That is done in warming us. Your job is done. Your job to warm the world is done because you have warmed my room. And my room is equal to the whole world. So you don't need to go anywhere else. Your job is finished. So you can go now. You are spared. Shine here to us, and thou art everywhere. You are everywhere if you just shine here to us. Don't bother to go anywhere else. I give you the permission, I give you the chance and opportunity and the comfort your age needs. You are like a busy old servant. You need now rest, comfort. Okay, your duty is done. Go. How humiliating way the sun is being treated here. Why? Donne is exploiting and exploring that popular sentiment, as I again said. And how the last line is very crucial. This bed thy centuries, these walls thy sphere. This bed, that is my bed, is the center of your system, solar system, and these walls are your sphere. Go according to the sphere around these walls, and you should deem that your job is done. Okay, don't bother to go anywhere else. So I have given you the chance to take rest. Now, of course, the main object of the lover is to assert the confidence and strength of his love. And with that confidence and strength, he humiliates the sun. So the title becomes very ironic. The sun rising. The sun rises, but only to be insulted. Only to be insulted, humiliated by a lover. Why? Because he believes that love is the most important thing. Lover is the most precious thing. His beloved is the most precious things of the world. So you don't need to go anywhere else. So what we find is very subtle combination of intellect, wit, about knowledge, about science, about geography, about solar system, about the mining around the world, the exploration of the world, everything. Donne uses all the knowledge into this emotional assertion of the lover. That's why this text is very typical of John Donne. Now, for further discussion, I have selected some certain topic for you. You can go through these links, and of course, for further discussion, after going through these links and text for further reference, you can discuss these topics, these questions, as Donne's use of we, concepts, Donne's own concept of love in a traditional or non-traditional way, his comparison with Petrarchan tradition, Petrarchan sonneteers. We can do all these things, and we can, of course, have a multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary approach to John Donne. Now, if you have any suggestion to this text, to these themes I suggested, to the analysis I suggested, you can write to me, you can email to me in this LID, and of course you can also put your comments. So thanks to all of you who watched and listened to me very passionately. Thanks to all of you.